what can only be described as the largest floods in recorded history in China. Modern version in the new grand solar minimum. Factories flooded, no more personal protection wear or goods which were already locked up in the supply chain forthcoming. So much water, every single city downriver from the Three Gorges and all the way to Chongqing looks exactly the same. Small towns, large towns. Every river you see on this map is extreme flood or new record flood stage. The countryside not impervious either where they grow the crops. Local governments have been blowing levees to alleviate massive overtops and flooding across everywhere China's growing its grains. Wild card is these streams turning into massive rivers in the mountains trying to discharge as much water as they can. Landslide blocks at least one. And as soon as this earthen dam goes, this will be completely washed away. These are the type of events that are happening through China. And to the cherry on top, central government quit reporting on the inflows into the Three Gorges River Reservoir because the only thing standing between a full famine in China and the displacement of hundreds of millions of people is this battery of earthen dams being built as fast as the flood waters are rising. China's central grain growing and food growing areas, straight in the middle of the flooding. They've lost their crop for the year. Did I mention the locusts that are there now as well? Food prices can only go one direction when China starts buying massively across the planet. Up and up.
All right, Shalom. This is Gamali Allah out of Great Millstone, Atlanta. I want to give all praises to YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, Rakakwadash. Double honors to our elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Shalom to all the Akim that are pushing out this truth and sincerity. All right, now this is a quick lesson. All right, and I don't have a title yet, but as you see the video, famine is coming. Okay, China was hit by basically a massive flooding, all right, which has caused its grain and food supply, basically to grain and rice supply to basically dissipate, and of course this is going to have an effect on the world because a lot of the world's rice and a lot of the food in general comes from China, and we know that China is a very large exporter of goods, and this is going to affect everything. It's going to affect every industry, all right, and it may not take an immediate effect, but we're going to see signs of economic turmoil from this. All right, now this is going to get some scriptures regarding famine, all right, because we know that the Lord the Lord brings judgment. All right, and one of the methods of the Lord's judgment is lack of bread, all right, which is famine. All right, it says Ezekiel 4:16, moreover, he said unto me, Son of man, behold, I will break the staff of bread in Jerusalem, and they shall eat bread by weight and with care, and they shall drink water by measure and with astonishment. Okay, so they're going to eat bread, talking about Jerusalem. Jerusalem is a people before it's a place. And it says they shall eat bread by weight. Basically, food being rationed. It says drink water by measure. So water and food is going to be rationed. Okay, there's going to be a shortage. All right, which we know that, that the COVID-19 is going to take an effect on the food supply. All right. Also, to add to that, the farming in America is through. Okay, the farming in America. All right, they're actually private farmers. They're doing away with. Okay, to the point where they're forcing farmers to close down, and they're forcing them to basically get rid of their crops. This is happening right now. All right, so there will be, and not to mention the shortage of beef. Okay, the beef supply has gone down tremendously. It says they may want bread and water and be astonished one with another and consume away for their iniquity. And that's ultimately the reason why the Lord is doing this, all right, is because of the iniquity of our people. Okay? All right? But the want of bread and water is going to be very heavy in demand. Okay? These things are going to happen for sure. It says, this is Psalms 105 and 16. Moreover, he called for a famine upon the land. He brake the whole staff of bread. Okay? He sent a man before them, even Joseph, who was sold for a servant. Now, we know that Egypt, there was a plague in Egypt. Okay? This Lord sent plagues in Egypt. And one of the plagues that the Lord sent on Egypt was a famine. All right? And we know that America is spiritually Egypt. Okay? So we can look at the pattern of judgment, that the Lord sends. All right, and like I said, one of the main things that the Lord will send for judgment is famine. Okay, and that's clear. Okay, that's very clear. Okay, let's see. This is Luke 21 and 10. All right, we're just going to keep the precepts rolling. All right, and this is also, this links up with Matthew 24 and 7. All right, but it says, then he said unto them, nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and great earthquakes shall be in diverse places, and famines and pestilences, and fearful sights, and great signs shall there be from heaven. All right, we're seeing all these things, man. There's earthquakes. We're seeing, I believe this, if I'm not mistaken, I think he said this, these floods were caused by an earthquake. Look, people are commenting. They said, wake up, get as much stuff as you can now. Trade fiat paper for real goods now. They will only get worse quickly. We've been warned, okay? So this is happening, man. This is definitely happening. All right?
As Americans seek economic protection from this nationwide shutdown, Bank of America is predicting gold to $3,000 an ounce. So far in 2020, gold is the best performing asset class. And with the global economy on the brink, so many people now are looking for ways to preserve their wealth. Only one investment stands out: gold. Patriot Gold Group has no familiar with Wuhan City. That area
is lucky. I'm skipping around, but yeah. So this is happening, man. This is definitely happening. All right, and it says fearful sights and great signs shall there be from heaven. Now, lack of bread is definitely a fearful sight. Okay, So that was that. Matter of fact, let me go back to this. I wanted to see.
Landslide blocks at least one. And as soon as not impervious either, where they grow the crop, orchards, and all the way to Chongqing looks exactly the same. Small towns, large towns, every river you see on this map.
So it's caused from landslides, all right? Which I believe landslides, if I'm not mistaken, landslides come from earthquakes. Yeah. This is landslide as the movement of mass rock, debris, or earth down a slope. Let's see. Landslides can be caused by many factors, including earthquakes, storms, volcanic eruptions, fire, and so on and so forth. All right. So this prophecy is coming to pass. Okay. And there will be a famine. All right. Famine is people are going to be starved. I mean, people are going to be, their bones will be showing. That's how bad it's going to be. Okay. A person will be so hungry that their bones will be showing. All right. And a lot of these people they're going to die of starvation, which is one of the worst ways to die. Let's see. Well, it's got a...
Did you know?
I don't know if it has a list. I guess there's no list, but anyway, we know that one of the worst ways to die is starvation, because your body eats itself. Okay, so this is happening, man. The Lord is making moves, and He's gonna bring judgment. A lot of people, you're gonna be judged for your iniquities, man. All right, Psalms 37:19. They shall not be ashamed in the evil time, and in the days of famine. I'm sorry. This is actually in regards to the elect. Okay, because the elect is not going to be starved. Okay, Psalm 37:19. They shall not be ashamed in the evil time, and in the days of famine they shall be satisfied. Okay, so the Lord's servants are going to be satisfied. All right, this is not going to happen to the Lord's servants. All right, because we've been redeeming the time, we've been repenting. Okay, we've been on the Lord's good side. We've been, charitable. We've been, teaching His word. So this famine is not going to hit us like it is the rest of you, because the scriptures say, in famine thou shalt eat. It says, but the wicked shall perish, and the enemies of the Lord shall be as the fat of the lambs. They shall consume, into smoke they shall consume away. Okay, that's the judgment of the wicked. All right, on the flip side. All right. Joel 1:15. Alas, for the day of the Lord is at hand, and as a destruction from the Almighty shall it come. Yeah, because in church you've been told that this thing is not going to, that the day of the Lord is just a great, lovely day where, you will basically, it'll be a bright, shiny day, and the Lord is going to come, rescue everyone and save everyone. But, you've been sadly mistaken. Okay. It says, it shall come as a destruction from the Almighty. Okay, and like I said, one of the ways of destruction, I keep going. It says, "Is not meat cut off before your eyes?" So, is not meat cut off before your eyes? That's a question. That's a rhetorical question, and we're seeing it. Is not China, having a shortage of bread? I mean, grains and food. Okay. It says, yeah, joy and gladness from the house of our power. Yeah, so joy and gladness are also gone. Okay. So the seed is rotten under their clods. The garners are laid desolate. The barns are broken down, for the corn is withered. Okay. How do the beasts groan? The herds of cattle are perplexed, because they have no pasture. Yeah, the flocks of sheep are made desolate. All right, and this is all talking about famine. Okay, all right. The famine of the Lord is going to be serious, man. All right, and not only will there be a famine of bread, pursuing the what is that? Joel. There's going to be a famine of the word. Okay, all right, but this lesson in particular is talking about the famine of bread. Okay. Which this famine of bread is going to be something serious, man. You're going to have to deal. You're going to have to deal with this. All right? You're definitely going to have to deal with this. All right? So, that was pretty much the lesson. Like I said, going back to the main point, that China has been hit with massive landslides. And look at this graph of how much it's affected. You had a graph. Look at that. The green areas are the ones mostly hit. All right. So this is mostly where China's this is Eastern China, and this is mostly where this is happening. But this is China's cultivation, okay? And this is mostly, look, wheat, rice, all right? So, man, this thing is going down. This is happening, man. All right? So, with that, all right, giving all praises to Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles, a great millstone. Shalom.